Be Discover. Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you. I want to let you know, don't you think for 1 minute that you're confused. Don't you think for 1 minute that that person over there got one hand up on you. Even when the odds look like they don't know, the reason why they don't know, because you have to shush. Keep your mouth quiet. Not to a friend, not to a neighbor, not to a co-worker, not to an existing association. Because that alone can put you in a place not to be able to go as far distance as you want. They're waiting for you. I have quickly taken the time and given people information quickly, as I have learned to see that people are actually going about creating situations. The matrix system that we thought was gone is actually still existing. It's just building itself for something different because the approach is different. The approach, they know, we know it. So they had to change the approach. The matrix is still there. There's still an existence of matrix of existing, matrixizing, pulling, polarizing your lifestyle. Polarizing because they don't want to see you make it. They're trying to control your life. They're trying to control the spectrums that go across the path that you go upon, making the changes in your life. Be aware of it. Take the time and observe. Do be aware. I became aware today was the first day that I became aware. Now, people have always approached me. Hold on 1 second. Let me cut on this fan. People has always approached me and they always told me, listen. And I be like, listen to what? Well, listen to what is going on, to what people are saying, to how they react with their children, how they react with their church association, how they act with their job association, and then you'll know that the matrix has always been the way it is. There's certain characters, certain groups of people and societies that get together and do what they want to do. If they feel that you are not a part or that you are not worthy, and there's a lot of people feeling that about you. You're chosen, but they want to prove you're not. But the chosen one, we good because we see the enemy. I saw you. I saw what you did. And when you thought that was going to happen for worse, it didn't happen. It happened for good. And people don't realize it. Now just get a second and pay attention to this. Now, it is the extraordinary effect that it is unlikely that the changes that have occurred throughout life society. And in life society, we start to understand that the changes that occur are most likely through the matrix system in which we thought at one time did not exist. But as we look back and we continue to experience, it is now known that there has been no change, but more of a camouflage in which there is a dominant effect of when we polarize ourselves, in which they polarize our lifestyles, and whether they want to take us from poor to rich. So you see the dominant effect that is going on in society. And through that, we begin to make changes, definite changes, in the direction of making sure that we conquer to the needs of those who need to survive. Because without survival or the strategy to survive, or learning the strategies to survive, first, we have to look at the strategies that does not allow us to survive. And those are the strategies of our competition. First, we have to look at the strategies that does not allow us to survive. And those are the strategies of our competition.
Now, where do you get from it? The polarized system. Here you go. The polarized system, in which there's a system in which you're at a level, you're trying to get from the bottom, you're trying to make the next level. But people are actually watching your step, watching what you do, watching where you go, watching how you receive what you receive, and actually will go out in bulks and remove the things that are in your way that you need to survive, that you need. Let's say you go to the store, you need vitamin E. All the vitamin E is gone. The matrix effect. But the good thing, as a chosen one, we were able to see who did it. We were able to see, because it didn't happen then, but it's happening now, because you see me moving forward. You see me moving up. But tell them to stand back. Tell them they can't get you. Tell them this is your time. This is your time. There's no non-stop situation. It can't be stopped. It keeps going. Look, the fan keep going. I'm still sweating. This is the second shirt, and I'm doing this in the second taking. Because that's the way it's been today. It's been crazy. But it's crazy when you realize, wow, you are a man with a certain good position, and you looking at me? You are a man. I'm a woman. And you trying to take a woman down? And you'll be surprised at the position some of these people hold. Because they don't know. They don't know you. They figure they know you, but you don't know me. I didn't know you before Adams and Eve. A lot of these people got fed with silver spoons. You know what it is to be fed with a silver spoon? So when you see somebody come up, it's a kind of strange to you. You don't know how they come up. You try to figure out, but that ain't none of your business. Because you've been fed with a silver spoon. You don't know how to come up. They had to give it to you. Because if they give it to you, you wouldn't be able to have it. So you got that silver spoon in your mouth. You and every generation behind you. Waiting on that money. But to develop it on your own without the generational contributions is a hectic thing for one to discover when they discover that they have enemies. When they discover that they have change. When they discover change is in the wind. Truly in the wind. Number one, we begin to change. You begin to change. Did you imagine the person with the silver spoon? Everything's given to them so quickly. They don't know how to actually go after what they want. It's complicated. I need him to tell me how to get this. I need her to tell me how to do that. But first, before you even do any of these things, even at a boss level, you have to be able to have characteristics in you to lead. To lead, to actually be able to know how to go forth and do things yourself without having that silver spoon thrown at you. But the polarized effect is when you see that you are able to see the enemy. And I want you to be aware of that polarized effect. Coming from the bottom, I'm poor. I'm at my poorest. I'm poorer. There's a polarized effect. This is your poorest. You're poorer, you're poor. You're rich, you're richest. Do you understand the polarized effect? You have to go to a certain level. I'm rich, I'm richer, and this is my richest I've ever been. But they'll pull you from that because you have to develop. It's steps you have to develop. And they'll pull you from that by watching you and trying to remove things that they think that they're removing. But if you're smart like me, you already prepared yourself. There's a A and a B and a C plan. If they don't have this, well, I can get vitamin E through this. I can get vitamin C through this. I can get You can't, unless you go buy the whole store. You can't buy the whole town up. The polarized effect. And I share that with you because somebody shared it with me, and I was shocked when they told me about it. And we had like similar stories, but mine wasn't quite as drastic as theirs was. I mean, he was like, I brought all these vitamins, I was prepared. And he said when he went back home, they took all the vitamins. They couldn't even know what the vitamins was. And I was like, what you mean they didn't know? He said, ma'am, they took the vitamins and they put the vitamins away because she thought that he was trying to sell vitamins at the job. I said, really? The boss saw a whole bag of vitamins and thought he was trying to sell vitamins at the job. I said, that's crazy. And that's how we learn how people can quickly put stipulations on you without really knowing what's going on. Because that silver spoon don't know, but they hear things about people who've been on that polarized from poorer to poorest. And there's certain characteristic, oh, you gotta be doing something wrong. But you're not. But to them, because I got it the good way, you didn't get it that way. You had to get it the wrong way. So they do everything to take you through this polarized step from poorest to poorest, to poorer, from richer to rich to richest. That polarized thing. But don't let him pull you down. And I told him, what did you do after that? He said, you know what I did? What? He said, I went to bought some more vitamins. After he explained, there was nothing that he was doing wrong. But sometimes when people hear characteristics of others, they assume you have the same characteristics. Or if you have been enlightened to be around certain people who like your character because they know they can't take you down. So they don't mind being around you and you're in a certain position. You're polarizing them out of that position into a better position. And when they notice that, others begin to notice that, but they are in competition with you. So that matrix that we think that was long gone still exists. And people are realizing it more and more, and every day. There was true matrix form. The matrix form was to build us up, and now they're trying to triple the matrix form down to build us back down. To where we had quite stabilization going on, right? Now we're not as stabilized. We're kind of wibbly wobbly with it. But continue, if you listen to me and you observe and trust and believe, pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the different changes. Just like the gentleman told me, shared that wonderful story with me, that I couldn't believe that they took all his vitamins away. Vitamins are expensive. I mean, good vitamins. And you need vitamins. But the enemy has even found more vicious ways to come at you, taking away the things that you need in life to survive. Isn't that what the man that does who's for hunger when you're hunting for someone? So you feel like somebody's hunting behind you. They're hunting you down to take you down. And when you realize that effect, and when you realize the energy, that energy that you have, that illuminating energy in you that they see will bounce off back and push them away. Because they can't get what they expect out of you. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. By choice. It is something that you have to be forced. And nobody should be forced at a forcing hand. How about your child? Your child going to school. Somebody forced your child in a car. Would you like that? How many of us have gotten Amber Alerts? I know when I look at mine, I'm like this real quick. Lord, I hope they find a child. Usually when I do that, we find out minutes later the child has been found. No lie. No lie. How many times? So what? Now is your time. It's your time to shine. Give me a minute and take a note to this.
It is through the extraordinary value that I through life, it is that I have determined to make change. But it is throughout the change and the knowledge that through centuries, through decades, through hours, through minutes, through seconds, we have allowed life-changing value to change the value of what we are and where we are and how we are today. So much has taken part out of fear in the unrecognized situation that is before to be recognized and to be recognized, to be reckoned with the enemy. For the enemy doesn't even know he or she is aware that they are being used through the matrix system. Even they will go through the polarized effect. Their time will come. Because the polarized, the matrix effects to get you to one destination, the destination of where the enemy itself not even know the outcome of the matrix, but know how to place the matrix and your lifestyle into a situation in which you have to recall upon your ancestors. You have to call upon the future of the children to cultivate and to take Because with your foundation, it is only that you understand it is through your matrix system that the children should lose itself to the matrix, to the superior, because they have lost their self in trust.
Now, did you take that note? Good, because I wanted to make sure that you really paid attention. I even put links within my video and attachment so that I can really truly demonstrate to you how you can polarize even as we continue to give more to you. And like I said, the next time you see me, so many things are being that I'm polarizing myself up. Even though I know they're after me, you don't give up. How are you going to make it? How are you going to fulfill your dreams? The things you want to do, the things you want to see, the things you want to hear, the places you want to be. How is it possible? The matrix, the polarized effect. Get yourself together. Realize it's true. It shocked me. It's even shocking me more to realize the people who are behind it, and to be more in favor of understanding that each man cannot actually sit there and judge somebody else, because you see, you're not judging me, you're doing things. There's a difference between judging somebody and there's a difference between doing something. Because you had to put a hand in it. So you begin to see the enemy, and as you see the enemy put the hand in, you will see the enemy put the hand in, because that's how much you're paying attention. And because you're seated, you're going to be able to win the enemy. You're going to win. I'm going to tell you today, you are going to win the enemy. But you had to see who the enemy was. And little to behold that it will be somebody of such standard that will be jealous of somebody so small as you. They're not jealous because they're small. They know you big. They know you're able to rise above them. Oh, until next time, 2025, I want to see some millionaires coming up, and some billionaires. We're going to keep trying. And the enemy is mad. You know why? Because we behind. Whether we win or lose, we're not giving up. That's going to make us win.